In data science, they'll specifically teach you what is machine learning, what is data analysis, and just the libraries, not how to code those libraries, and not the real-time example. There's no computer vision and such. And right now, I'm not much working towards the machine learning. I'm working in as a data engineer in a database. So which they won't teach you during your data science, which you will be mostly learn towards computer science when you're doing UG. So this both combination, learning data science in basics and learning machine learning, helped me to get this job. If your goal is to open a startup, and then you need to know how startup works at the early stage, and I think I made a best decision joining at Spore.bio because they tell you everything, each and every detail. They include you in all the decisions. They show you how investment works, how's the finance and everything. I studied in EPITA in Paris, and the course was Masters in Data Science and Analytics.
Data science and
So where we study about the machine learning, about data analysis, about data engineering, and all the data aspects. It's kind of an practical approach from the university that you go in the market and see how it is. You work there for 6 months, and your mentor, your managers will evaluate you. So does the EPITA will evaluate you. So the first 6 months, it's kind of like they'll train you how to be in the job market. Then last 6 months, they'll allow you to explore that. Honestly, the EPITA has helped me because EPITA is quite reputed in France. It's a bit of big name, and it's quite easy when for the companies when they see name EPITA. Nowadays, it's just trending wherever you see. They're just saying AI, AI, AI without knowing what is AI. To know AI, you need to learn the basics. In data science, maths plays a very, very big role. So you need to be very good in mathematics, whether it's probability, statistics, or differentiation. So you need to be really, really good. I think I found a good education compared to what I studied previously here, because it was just 1 year, and I learned a lot because there was no theoretical. It was complete practical. Professor used to come and we used to open a laptop, start coding, and the professors were working professional. And I think that's what I was looking for me to get my skills leveled up. Through the work-life balance is really, really good here, because what I believe is you work to earn money and you earn to enjoy your life. Once you come to Europe, you get Schengen visa, and you have the advantage of applying to other countries. Every 6 months, we take a pause, we go offsite, we take a step back, and we just enjoy, then come back to work. It's kind of a European way. We would get 2 years of visa to search jobs after that. And it's specifically for Indians because other countries get only 1 year. I don't advise anyone coming to France to do part time. It will save you the money, but at the end, it's you can earn that while doing the internship itself. And there are good government benefits where you get your money, some percentage of money back. So it's not that expensive as well.
Hello, everybody. Welcome, all of you. My name is Shivaraman, Director of Europe Study Center. So you have been watching our YouTube channel. We posted lots and lots of interviews of our super successful students. Today we have Yash, our 96th episode of student interviews, who studied in France, currently working in France under the data science domain. Nowadays, a lot of students are studying data science. So I'm sure this interview is going to add a lot of value to all of you guys. So Yash, welcome to the show, Yash.
Thank you so much, Shivam. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. Pleasure is mine. Thanks for giving us your time. Please, Yash, introduce yourself to our audience.
Hello, everyone. My name is Yash Kumar Jain. I come from Chikmagalur, Karnataka. I did my bachelor's in Jain University in Bangalore in computer science and engineering domain. Once I graduated, I worked as a software engineer at Cerner Healthcare around for a year and a half. And after working at Cerner, I came to EPITA to do my master's in data science and analytics. And now I'm currently working at Spore.bio as a data engineer, where I look after the data pipelines, databases, data governance, and security aspects.
Wonderful. So data as well as security, both.
Yeah.
Okay, super. We have a lot of things to discuss on that particular domain. So first thing is, you had a clear thought process that you will do your master's when you were studying your bachelor's itself, or you suddenly decided, I'll have to do my master's?
Honestly, when I was doing my bachelor's, I gave up on studying. I thought, okay, I'm done with studying. I just want to work now. Because if you see the curriculum in India, how the education system is, having specifically more theoretical and a bit less of practical. So I did not like that concept, and I thought, okay, I don't want to study. I just want to work in a practical world where I can use my skills and get some value out of it. So honestly, I did not plan while I was studying, but it was during the time of COVID, where I was working at Cerner and I was working from home, and the work culture I did not match my values. The work
Okay.
culture were good, but the environment did not match my values, what I was looking.
Mhm.
And then I thought, okay, why not move towards a specific domain? And at that point of time, data science was bit trendy, and I thought, like, okay, let's not why not try this. Then initially my plan was just to do a course in India, then find a job in India. There, after that, it clicked me that if I want to do a course, if I want to spend around 2-3 lakhs on a course, why not just spend a bit more and do a master's abroad, and check how the working culture is in abroad, because we hear that the work culture is quite good in Europe. So that was my main. It was just an idea, and nothing. I did not have any passport. I had nothing to live outside India. It was just
Okay.
a small pint of idea I had. That's it.
Super. So you felt like I will explore the world. Plus, I will give one more last shot at education. I hope I'll be able to get what I want, right? So,
Yeah,
Yash?
true. It was just for exploring a new dimension in my career as well as in my life as well, and I'm really glad that I took this path. But it was
Thank you.
just exploratory try. That's it.
Yes, and we always say this, Yash. If at all your families can support you, even though some European countries charge very less, but it's still money is money. I always
Yeah.
say this: if you are interested, your family is ready to support you, pack your bags and fly. Life is once. I studied abroad and I have sent more than 10, 15,000 students to go abroad and study, including you, meaning to say, I feel it's an experience which nobody should miss. Don't you think so, Yash? If they can afford and if they are interested.
Yeah, I mean, why not try? Because if you compare to other countries like US, Australia, UK, Europe is very, very cheap and it's not that expensive as well. And whereas you get the same quality of education here. And I don't know about US, I never worked there, but I feel the
Okay.
work culture is way better than other countries in Europe.
Yeah,
And my
we are
parents were really, really supportive. And I just told that I'm planning to do my master's. And I did have my savings from my job, and I said I
wow.
would require more. And they said, just go for it. We are here for you. And whether it's finance or moral support, we are here for you. And I think a
Wow.
student, that's all what he wants it.
I guess you're very much blessed, and you made it count too. End of the day, that's what that matters.
True.
Super. So then, your friends and many of your, in and around, people, they would have gone for other countries, right? Conservatively, UK, Ireland, and maybe Australia, New Zealand also. What made you to choose Europe as a study destination?
Honestly, even my parents were shocked when I said Europe, because everyone chose US, UK, and I'm the only one in my family or in my friend circle that I chose Europe, and I'm in Europe. There were a few things which I was considering while I wanted to move outside India, because in India, like, people are a bit in nutshell, they're in cocoon, that they have parent support and they're a bit of dependent on them. I wanted to see a bit of struggle in my life. I never experienced that in India. So I thought, let's go to a country where you find less Indians, where you try to mingle with other culture, where you learn other culture, where you meet new people, and you see what actual struggle looks like. So I chose Europe for that reason, and it was economically very, very less. And I got same quality of education, same good work culture. So Europe was the final destination. And I
Super.
was a bit skeptical about Germany and France. And when I met Sujata from Europe Study Center, and after the first meeting, it made me clear that the France is my destination.
Wonderful, man. So much clarity. I guess you're a very calm and composed guy, which I could understand from the first 10 minutes. But your mind keeps thinking and you choose the right decision at the right time. And I completely appreciate you because many people, brother, after, as you said about the Indian private education system, we memorize, mug up, and study, write record notes. 95% of youngsters give up on education. But
True.
you gave it one more shot, but now you don't regret, right? Compared to what you are right
Honestly,
now.
no. Yeah, honestly, no. I think it's very, very controversial for me to tell that I think I found a good education compared to what I studied previously here, because it was just 1 year and I learned a lot, because there was no theoretical. It was complete practical. Professor used to come and we used to open a laptop, start coding. and the professors were working professional, and I think that's what I was looking for me to get my skills leveled up, and that's what I got it.
See, we are not telling anything about the Indian education system. We still love kids to study in NITs and IITs and IIMs. But we are talking about commercial institutions where the focus is only money, not the quality of education. And I have no problem in telling this in this video, because I've been telling this for 15, 16 years now. Because Yash would completely accept this, because after looking at both the worlds, you cannot mix the concept of making money and teaching an youngster. You can either
True.
do this or you can do this. You cannot do both. Not possible. Not possible. Yeah, but see, as when we could get high quality education, back home in India, why do I even send 1,000 odd students to European countries? It's not required at all. So, but then how did you find Europe Study Center?
When I decided Europe is my destination, I just went on Google and I was checking how do we enroll and what are the universities, and I saw Europe Study Center, and okay, I was seeing the reviews and everything. It felt a bit intriguing, and I contacted Sujata, and she asked me to meet in Bangalore, and I think that was the only meeting I met her, and it
Okay.
was everything was clear, because
Super.
it's very difficult to find a consultant who can give you this much clarity in just in one
Yes.
meeting, whether it's financial, whether it's the education, or which college to choose, which university choose, what's going to happen after that. She also even explained how is the life here, how is the work culture. I think very very less companies would do that, and I did not go after to any other consultant after Europe
Thank
Study
you so
Center.
much. Thank you so much. And for example, not only France, you take any European country, we need to plan so many things. There are several rounds of processes, visa process, documentation, and all those things. But compared to other countries, they need only one document. For example,
Yeah,
for you to go to an Australia or a UK or Ireland, you know what document is that? Yash?
I
Money.
think
That is the
yeah,
only document that nothing
true,
else. Nothing else.
true.
So after your admission, visa, all those things done, because France is little tedious, but kind of straightforward. You don't face much hurdles. Which place did you study? And what is the course name? One more time for our audience.
I studied in EPITA in Paris, and the course was Masters in Data Science and Analytics.
Data science and
So where we
analytics.
study about the machine learning, about data analysis, about data engineering, and all the data aspects.
Super. So you were like confident that European education system, as explained by ESC and all those things, will be there. You assumed, or you were little skeptical. Will it be similar to back home what I studied, or this is going to be different and what I wanted?
Honestly, yeah. I mean, it's my first time, so everyone will have the doubt, and just
Yes.
like others, even I had the doubt, like how it's gonna be, and will I even achieve my goals? Because even putting 2 million rupees is quite a hefty amount still,
Yes.
and
Yes. True. Of course.
bit skeptical, I would say. But once the course started, just in probably 2 months, I kind of like the how the quality of education here, and then I think I called Sujata to thank her that
Wow.
it's exactly the
So,
same what you
yes.
explained.
Sorry to interrupt. So
Yeah.
nice of you to do this. Uh, it makes her also happy, and you had that time and the thought process to call and say you are happy there. Really, thank you so
I
much.
mean,
Please.
it's just a small. I mean, if I see in my journey, ESC has played a big role, because
Thank
if I was not selecting France, if I was not selecting EPITA, I would have not been here. So
Yes.
making right decision was quite important, and she helped me with that.
Thank you so much. And yes, just to add to the audience, 10 to 12 students walking into our offices, at least to 2 to 3 students, we say no, because we are not able to match their aspirations. Either they don't accept what we are trying to say, or we cannot deliver because of their profile. The answer will be no, because we say yes, it has to be useful for the students, by the way.
Yeah.
And in my 17 years, Yash, I don't send a single student to UK or Ireland, because I feel it's of no point actually. Super.
True. And
So
also one advantages of having ESC is they don't force you. I mean,
yes,
particularly that you need to choose this country. This is they give you options based on their performance on the bachelor's and the working condition. So I
yes,
did have the option of going to Hungary or France. So even that she made clear with she. I think we had sat for 2 hours, It
Oh,
was a
wow.
bit tedious for her, and she was very patient, explaining each and every detail. I think that helped me with that clarity to help me to choose what I am today.
Super. Really happy. This is my 17th year is in this industry and my 96th student interview. I guess when I listen to you guys and understand what you all went through in our offices and all those things, it only motivates me for the next maybe 10, 15 years. Thank you. Thank you so much, Yash. So now coming to the important point. So now new country, new education system. So what all changes? You expected a change, that is fine. But what all actual changes that you had to make by yourself to adapt to a new and efficient education system in France?
Honestly, a lot, because
I know that. That's why I asked
geographically,
this. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, geographically, if you see the climate, the people, the culture, it's India is in east and France is in west, two complete different dimensions. It just took me a few days to get adapted, and we had courses in EPITA, how to live in France and what are the dimensions you need to explore, how the people are. That helped me a lot to get adapted here. But yeah, initially few days it was really difficult.
I know that because I've also gone through all these things. So that's why I asked you this question, brother. So when it comes to the education wise, what all changes you have to make?
Honestly, I mean, we need to leave the concept of having the exams, studying for theoretical exams, internals exams on everything, because here there is no concept of exams here. It's all about the projects. They'll value based on your skills, how much you have learned the skills, and it's all of they'll just give you the basics. They'll just teach you, okay, this is thing, and once we come home, we need to do our assignments. We need to get in depth, and they're available if you have any doubts, but it's mostly practical. I never in my I think I studied there for a year in my EPITA, and I did not write a single piece of paper of in exams or anything. It was just my laptop, just my coding, and just the projects, and they help you to host them on internet. So when you try to find a job in the company, so it brings a value that, okay, you have worked in a big project, or you have contributed something. So that's we need to come out of a mindset of writing exams and those things. And I think nowadays youngsters, it's quite easy for them to adapt, since in even India they're a bit changing towards more practical approach.
Yes, but still, we write computer science examinations for 44 pages and still evaluate them and correct. See, these things need to change because I have no hesitation in telling this. And we want to, even including this interview, we wanted to document this so that some decision makers, whoever it is, even if something changes for the betterment of the younger generation, whichever country the child may come from, that doesn't matter. I feel you as a young working professional, I guess you'll be very, very happy. So then your duration is 1 year course or a 2 year, your program?
It's 1 year, 6 months, where 1 year I spent at EPITA, and 6 months is a mandatory internship, which is again evaluated on in my diploma. So it's kind of an practical approach from the university, that you go in the market and see how it is. You work there for 6 months, and the your mentor, your managers will evaluate you. So does the EPITA will evaluate you. So the first 6 months, it's kind of like they'll train you how to be in the job market. Then last 6 months they'll allow you to explore that.
Wonderful. We'll come to your internship after a few questions. Before that, a lot of people, they choose, for example, in your case itself, we will take bachelor's in data science, now BTech in data science. Whereas you have taken your bachelor's in computer science, then specialized in data science, which I also recommend to all the super enthusiastic computer science students or students who wanted to take something related to computer science. Please study computer science or IT at the UG level, have a
Mhm.
broader perspective. Then 4 years down the line, we don't know what all new technologies or something which is whichever going to come. Then you kind of specialize compared to
True.
taking data science at the UG level itself. You as a working professional in this domain, I guess you have all the what to say aura to talk about it. Please enlighten the audience and also your opinion on this.
If I can give a simple example, is that if you want to learn how to ride a bike, it's recommended you learn how to ride a bicycle. So it's similar in the case, because data science, the cyber security, software engineering, these are all subdomains of computer science. So
Yes.
which requires an intensive coding and very in-depth coding. For that, you need to learn the basics of computer, like what is computer, how the software works, how the hardware works, what is OS. Each in depth you need to learn that. Then after that, as you told, the technology changes every year.
Yes.
Honestly, I've been working here, I think probably 3 years of work experience. I have seen a lot of technology changes. So you don't know what might be trendy and what might be required in future. So it's really recommended that you learn the basics. Then once you're good in basics, you can move towards the advanced level. Or if you do a mistake going to data science, you would not learn in depth of coding. You would just learn the basics of data science, how to use it, which is not expected from the company level. They would require you to know in depth of coding. Even for me as a data engineer, they asked me to write in depth of coding during my interviews, which is helpful when you do computer science.
Exactly. So Yash says if you choose bachelor's in data science, bachelor's in data science, I mean, at UG level itself, it's tricky. So better to choose broader perspective on the bachelor level and specialize deeper. And plus, 4 years before, meaning when you started your bachelor's, Yash, you would have not thought like, you will be doing your master's in data science, right? You go with the flow, correct?
Yeah.
It's
I
almost
mean, during my
half a
yeah,
decade later, you started your master's from your bachelor's.
during my bachelor's in Jain University, you have this specialization with computer science, with like cybersecurity, data science, and where you need to pay a bit load of money there. And where I saw my batchmates getting the same job as I'm getting, I was wondering like, what's the difference? They just paid the extra amount and they're just working as me, where you need in depth of coding, which and the basics of coding. That time I did not realize that I'll be choosing this path. And for me, it was the path was clear that I just know what I'm going to do for next 2 years. Just take one step by step process, rather seeing the goal and just directly jumping onto it. So I just
100.
advise everyone, first take computer science, learn the basics. Then once you know what is computer science, it's very easy for you to decide what to do next.
Wonderful. When I saw your LinkedIn profile that I'm going to do an interview with you today, this was the first question in my mind. I've asked this to plenty of my other students, but it's good to document more and more on this particular topic. And you guys are like, see, I can say some points about data science listening from you guys, but you are currently working there. So when you say it's easy for people to just pick up lines and thought process in these lines and take better informed decisions. Wonderful.
I
Super.
can give my own example because
Please.
in data science, they'll specifically teach you what is machine learning, what is data analysis, and just the libraries, not how to code those libraries, and not the real time example. There's no computer vision and such. And right now, I'm not much working towards the machine learning. I'm working in as a data engineer in a database. So which they won't teach you during your data science, which you will be mostly learn towards computer science when you're doing UG. So this both combination, learning data science in basics and learning machine learning, helped me to get this job.
Wonderful. Such a beautiful combination, right? And you
Yeah,
choose beautifully this particular program which took you to what you studied. That's it. That's the whole
yeah,
agenda and that's the whole objective. Superb.
yeah, true.
Nice. And then I wanted to tell you this. People, if a mechanical student or a, how to say, chemical engineering student, he approaches a university, either anywhere in South India, he is projected as if he should choose only computer science. You know the reason why?
Because just the job market.
Why do they see? He is interested to study mechanical, Yash. Okay. What, as a university, what is your responsibility? Give him the offer letter or process
Mm,
this admissions. Why do you re-counsel him for computer science course?
probably the
Then
admission fees.
exactly, Yash, because 1 year of an artificial intelligence data science fees, it's equal to 4 years of a mechanical or a civil or a chemical fees.
True, that's true. And
Is
nowadays it's just trending wherever you see. They're just saying AI, AI, AI without knowing what is AI. To
what is
know
that?
AI, you need to learn the basics for that.
Basics. And see, just for the fee structure, you took him out from mechanical or aerospace, whatever it is, and you put him here. And lifelong, you know, he always has that regret. I should have listened to my passion. At 17, 18, we are very in a molten state, right? We are always influenced by others, especially in our society. Even neighbor plays a big role in our decision, in our decision-making process. So that's why I asked this particular question. So then next is you had 1 year of studies, which is 60 credits. And internships, do they give any credits, 30 credits or something? Because it's 6 months?
Yeah. Yeah, they do credits. Once you're done the internship, you need to submit the report, what you did, because they evaluate that what you studied is actually what you're working. Because
Super.
some students, what they do is they just study something and they try to work a different one, which is they think it's not a good idea for them. So they try to evaluate that what you studied, what they thought is delivered to you. So they evaluate based on that, and as well as they evaluate your French, because in EPITA there is an intensive course of French where they'll help you to learn French to have a good conversation with the locals and so on, which is also good when you live in a country where there's no good English speaking people here. So
Super.
yeah, these are two big criteria where they evaluate you.
Excellent, excellent. And then these internships, the EPITA helps you, or you will have to search it on your own. How does it work?
We do have job fairs. It's not similar to India where the company comes and they take your interview, give the job offer letter the same day. You have a job fairs where EPITA calls a bunch load of companies to their university, where you submit the resume and they just tell it's up to you. It's your skills. We have delivered what we have to, and it's
Yes,
up to you now to get the job. They say we have nothing to in between that, and it's your skills which will bring the job.
exactly.
And I honestly, the EPITA has helped me because EPITA is a quite reputed in France. It's a
Yes,
bit of big name, and it's quite easy when for the companies when they see name EPITA. So
exactly.
it was,
That's why we have
yeah,
plenty of schools similar to EPITA. I promote EPITA because end of the day, we work so hard, we spend money, everything is fine. We spend time, fine. What's the end result? We need to
yeah,
look into the end result, Yash, then take all these decisions. We meaning, I mean myself, my company. When you know more or less what is going to happen in the end result, and you still do it, I feel you are doing injustice. That's why I don't promote medicine abroad, diploma courses abroad, 1 year, meaning this UK, Ireland degrees, a big. No, that's why I did not make any friends in this abroad education industry for the past 17 years because
mhm,
the ideologies doesn't match.
yeah.
It's poles apart. No, it's like thousands and thousands of miles apart. It's completely a different ideology. Super. So, where did you do your internship?
I did my internship at Algolia, which is a big French unicorn startup. I
Okay.
did there. When I was working there as a data engineer intern, and I was looking. I did actually. I just learned everything from my internship itself, on the basics of data engineering and about databases mostly, working in a practical approach. And yeah, I was there for 6 months, and they initially the plan was to convert me to a full time. Usually, it happens in France that if you're working in an internship in
Yes.
a company and if your performance is good, they'll convert you to the full time. But there was a wave of layoff there, and they said it's a hiring freeze, and we cannot continue with that further, unfortunately. Then I had to look for other jobs after that.
Okay. So then you started to apply for jobs.
No, because for a year and a half, it was a bit stressful, and even working at back in India, it was during the COVID, so it was a bit
Oh,
stressful. So I
okay.
planned to take a bit of a break, just to have a vacation for myself, and
Yes.
I did not apply for 2 3 months, and I went back to India. Then I started applying, and I did not apply only in France because once you come to Europe, you get Schengen visa, and you have the advantage of applying to other countries. So I was doing bit of traveling and applying to other countries, and I was getting interviews there. But honestly, I can tell everyone that it's not only your hard work; luck plays a big part in that. I used to clear all the rounds of interview, and unfortunately, just bit of lack of luck. I used to get rejected in very last round. But after a few months, it was just matter of few months. Then I found Spore.bio, and I just sent a cold message to my CEO, and we had a good round of interviews, and I'm working
Wow.
now.
Super. So this is what I wanted to document, Yash, because people should not think, okay, Shiva has posted 100 interviews. It's so easy to find employment. No, that is not the objective of I'm posting these interviews. And I want you to explain the audience the processes, the pain you went through. And I liked what you did. You switched off for 2, 3 months, refreshed, and come back
Yeah,
even stronger. It's like
true,
painting the same wall with a white paint. You paint for 1 year, also it will be the same. Rather,
true.
you change the room, you get into a different zone. I also used to do this. When I get bored with one work or you see it's not working, I switch off and then switch back later. Thank you. It's, the point that you said was really beautiful. I gave it a pause, COVID. And these COVID challenges also, all these processes only made you stronger, right? All these challenges.
Yeah, I mean, again, I was locked in the home, did not go out anywhere, and after just came to masters and with a bit stressful of 1 year, then internship, I did not have time for myself, and my mind was completely blocked. So you need to take a step back to clear your mind, and that's what I did for a few months, which really
Wonderful.
helped me after that to have a clear idea of what to do after that.
It's a kind of a European way of doing it, right? Give a pause, then redo it, right?
Yeah,
You know,
we do in our company as well. Every 6 months, we take a pause, we go offsite, we take a step back, and we just enjoy, then come back to work. It's kind of a European way.
yes, I felt it. That's why I asked you. So now we'll talk about your professional life. Then you said sports.bio. You sent a
Spore.bio.
pardon me,
Spore.bio.
spore.bio. Okay, you sent a cold message to your CEO. So
Yeah.
where did you get this idea and how did it work positively for you? Please enlighten the audience.
I did have a course in EPITA called Communications for Leaders, where
Okay.
they'll teach you how to communicate with C levels or how to communicate with a person in email such that they read your message. Let's say that you're a recruiter and you get thousands of interview requests, thousands of resume. How unique should be your email that the recruiter should open your email and your resume? So that was the main goal, and even I thought, I mean, he's a CEO. He used to get a lot of bunch of messages on
Yes.
LinkedIn, and why will he open a message? So I just wrote a very quirky subject line calling him mad. MAD, make in bracket I wrote make a difference. Then I explained to him what I am, what value can I bring to the table. And I worked in a French unicorn startup, and I know how startup works. I would like to know more about it and bring value to your table. And initially, when I joined, there were only 12 people in the company, and it was very, very early startup. So I think it was midnight, 10 o'clock. I gave my interview, and he was sleepy. He was lying on the floor, and we had an interview. At the end, he was so energetic, and he said, "No, I want to the next round." And we just did. I think I did around 8 rounds of interview there, and while I was in India itself, and I just got the offer letter and came back to France then.
Super. Since you had already this visa extension because you
Yeah.
completed graduation here, so you can come back anytime as you want. Yes,
Yeah, we would get 2 years of visa to search jobs after that, and it's
exactly.
specifically for Indians because other countries get only 1 year.
1 year, yeah. You're treated in a very special way.
True.
Especially, currently, if you look at the entire schematics, Indians are majorly welcomed in the European Schengen countries as of now. Things could be different later,
Yeah,
but as on date, yes,
true.
super. So you came back, and how long was the joining process in the company?
Honestly, I got the job offer later on Thursday. Monday, I was in my office because I thought I took a lot of vacation. Now I need to work. And
Yes.
my CEO told, "You're so foolish to join this soon. No one does it." I have been taking a lot of vacation. I just need to work now. And as soon as I entered the office, it was in very small cubicle. I think the office was very small. Since the company just opened a year, it has been only 1 year, and they were really, really welcoming. I did not expect that they'll be that good welcoming, and the vibe was good. The mission and vision, what they're trying to do, was really good. It was very energetic for me to start working from the day one, and they just told take a pause, you just joined, just relax a bit, know the company, know the people, and know everything, then you can start working on. So that was the process.
Excellent, excellent. So, what sort of roles and responsibilities you play in your organization currently, and what's your designation?
Designation they gave me as a data engineer, but when you start a when you join a startup, it's their the responsibilities are completely open. You need to work as everything. Honestly, me, I don't know anything about microbiology, but I spent 2 days in lab trying to know what is microbiology, being actually a scientist and doing the petri dishes, putting bacteria on the petri dishes. When you try to come out of your work and try to do something else, it's a bit fun and also a good learning curve. I also
Yes.
been to factories where as a field surveys and know how the business works, how everything goes happen. Again, my responsibility does not include security, but still I work on it
Mm.
because in startup, this roles and responsibilities are completely open. You need to
Perfect.
be kind of a startup
Versatile.
player, not a team player. That you need to work what opportunity comes ahead for you.
I liked how you phrased it. Yeah, I'm a startup player and not a
Team
team
player.
player. And we have to be more versatile. And many people have told you, similar to you, even though they had multiple offers or choices, they choose to work in a startup because they get to learn a lot of things, right? From even finance, marketing,
Yeah.
research, so many things, right? It's a small team. You guys work day in and day out, and you make something work from an idea to an execution, and your
Yeah.
clients are happy and things are working. I feel it's an eternal feeling of
I mean, well,
happiness.
if your goal is to open a startup and then you need to know how startup works at the early stage, and I think I made a best decision joining at Spore.bio because they tell you everything, each and every detail. They include you in all the decisions. They show you how investment works, how's the finance and everything. So that's where I learned that how startup works, what decisions we need to make, what mistakes we should not make. I think it's really good a path, I would say, if you want to open a startup later on.
Excellent, excellent. I want to ask you one question. See, now back home in India, I don't want to name them, of course, for obvious reasons. There are many people who have been telling the students and parents nowadays everything is computers, everything is only artificial intelligence. Okay. And people are being forced to take up this and they are forced to abandon their choices actually. But this is not required, right? They can love, they can do what they love. I want your
Yeah.
opinion because it is, parents have also started to think there are jobs only in computer science and other department people are sitting idle or they have no future. This is how they also think. So please enlighten the audience on this topic, please.
I would say that's really a false statement what parents are
Yes.
making, that computer is everything, because if you see in my current organization, there are not everyone knows about computer science. There are
Yes.
experts in hardware, there are experts in optics, there are experts in microbiology, there are experts in finance, there are experts in field service, operations, everything, which is a really big value for our company. And
Yes.
there are, I think, people of 8 people of who knows computer science. So every field has its own value. What it depends is how the candidate, or how the his kid or her kid can proceed with that talent. Let's say that force them to take computer science is not interested. So at the end, he would wind up unemployed because he's not interested in that. If the parents would let the kid to be what they wants to be, he would excel more in that.
100%. This is what I'm trying to tell people. You study whatever you feel like, but study at the right place. Put your heart, mind, and soul into it. You will win this, and you will surely accept, Yash, any product. Okay, whether it's a mobile phone or a pharmaceutical industry or whatever it is, any product, any product, it involves multiple departments. Everybody is needed
Yeah,
at
true.
different capacities. So people to sit and think because my worrying factor is 95% Yash, all students in South India, whatever I have seen, I may be wrong, I wish to be wrong, but they are studying only computer science related. So complete imbalance. So what happens to the job market? Can everybody get placed? No. And one more thing
I
which you
mean, if
rightly
you
said, when the parents force and the students takes up these courses, and even if he gets employed, when Monday comes, he dreams of Friday. And when Friday comes, he fears of Monday. What sort of a life is this? What sort of a
Yeah,
life?
that's honestly, that's really true. I mean, if you see the unemployment in India, everyone is rushing on computer science where there is one vacancy and thousands of applicants, and working, and company takes the advantages of that, and they offer very low salary, and it's really
100%.
tedious. So I told my parents, my dad, that I don't want to do this. This is my plan, and I want to have a peaceful life where I go morning to job, do some valuable work, come in the evening, do some other free activities, and I have leave on Saturday, Sundays. He
That's
totally
it.
said, just do whatever you want. At the end, it's up to you. You're gonna earn money. You're gonna live your life. You're gonna be happy.
Yes, Yash, father, hats off to you. If every father starts to think this way, I guess in India, we will be, a superpower very soon, more sooner
Yeah.
or later. I mean, the thought process should change. And not everybody born in this, especially at least in South India, where I get to see, not everybody needs to be an artificial intelligence, expert.
Yeah.
And everybody need not know data science. Please, let's understand this particular fact. I hope this gives them a lot of clarity. Yash, now one important question. I'm sure people watching this would love me to ask this to you. Many people are studying data science, whether they like it, they don't like it. Let us put those things to rest. Okay. Let's assume they are so inclined. They studied data science at bachelor level. Now they want to study masters also data science, or they studied computer science at UG level, now into data science. So how they should be prepared, and before starting up a master program in data science, what all they should be good at, and how prepared they should be to do well in this particular domain.
There are few technical skills if they want to prepare in the beginning. One is mathematics, because in data science, maths plays a very, very big role. So you need to be very good in mathematics, whether it's probability, statistics, or differentiation. So you need to be really, really good. And second thing is coding, the Python coding, specifically Python or R. They should be really good in that as well. And basics of SQL and the basics of computer science, because without the basics of computer science, even if you do data science, it's useless. So these are the four things I would tell. And you need to be very creative, because nowadays you have AI agents where they'll write the code what you want, but at the end it won't give the result what you want. So you need to be very
Yes.
creative, and you need to be very patient, because in data science you train a model, it won't give you good results. You need to keep on doing it. You need to be kind of a detective, what's not happening, what's happening. So it's require really big patience for that. So these small things I would ask them to prepare, just coming doing data science before.
Exactly. Guys and girls, the market is getting really heated up because a lot of people coming into this. Please, it's like getting into a war. Okay.
Yeah.
You should not ask your boss or your superior, how much weapon should I take? He will say, take as much as you can. It's so simple. That's what Yash has also said. Prepare as much as you can. So you will have a smooth landing and a takeoff. Yes.
Yeah.
So in your organization, you have already specified a bit, little bit insights of how your what sort of activities do you have, or your typical day at office. What do you do actually?
We don't have any hierarchy. I mean, it's a very flat structure. Right now, when I joined, we were only 12 members, and it's been more than a year now. We are around 32. So we are
Oh,
quite fast growing. And again, still, we have very flat structure. I can directly approach my co founders. We can have lunch together, and it's complete flat structure. So my day starts. We don't have timings here. They don't note the timings when you come and when you go. They just want you to work and deliver what is expected. So usually if I go to office, I go around 9:30. If we have meetings, we attend meetings, and once in a week we do all hands, where we try to understand what's the blockage and what we're trying to do in next topic upcoming weeks, and what other teams are trying to do, because having the communication between two teams, two other different teams, are quite important.
yes.
So we do those meetings, and we have a coffee. We just have a good conversation with colleagues. We bit work as well. Then till 12:30, then it's lunchtime. We have lunch for a hour. Again, we start working a bit. Then we take breaks, and if meetings, and I think around 5:30, everyone winds up the work. But if it's required, it's not mandatory. If they want, if it's really work requires work permits, it's up to them. They can stay and work a bit, and or else they can go home. And they have good work from home policy, where they don't expect for you to come to office every day. For me, it's been, I think, very long that I went to office, and I just was working from home. And yeah, they're very open with that. And there is no dress code, there is no restrictions, anything. They just want you to work on the mission what we decided, and they want you to deliver it.
Wow. Yash, what you said over the past 2.5 minutes, it's a dream to 95 percentage of people back home in our country. Even if you
Yeah.
look at my own cousin brother, He goes to office by around say 10:30 or so. By the time he comes back home, it's like almost 10:30, 11. And he still at times gets calls after that. And even when we meet on a Saturday evening for a family dinner, constant calls, continuous calls. And
Yeah.
he himself has started to think, what exactly I'm doing right now. Why should
Yeah.
I go through all these things? So even people, those who are really interested to work, you kill their, happiness,
Yeah.
because all companies, I may be wrong, I'm not from an, IT sector, but what I feel is they hire 5 people to do the work of 10 people so that these companies can make more money. I wish I'm wrong, but I see that is what is happening. We, a group of friends, because I'm telling all these things because but people, for them to correlate what you are doing and what is happening right now here so that they get an idea. So we all met for a school reunion kind of thing, close to 15 people on a Saturday evening, 7:30. And they booked a restaurant where it's like, the Arabic style, you sit and eat,
Yeah.
out of 15 people, at least 11 to 12 were on their phones and laptop, office work. They are like having their laptop and, eating like this. I said, like, why do we even have these meetings?
Yeah,
So
honestly, that's really
this is
disheartening to
why
see them.
this is why the stress factor, the health issues, so many other issues, comes up. I don't want to say certain things, names here, so much, unwanted clinics coming up to do. And so it's kind of very bad to see what people go through. But with this interview, if somebody sees, let's create work-life balance, please. My humble request. If it's not work-life balance, life is imbalance. And there is no point. Forget about the money. You may not have the time or energy to enjoy this money. And for what we are running. That's why, I'm more inclined into this European Schengen countries, the policies, the way my students, tell their experience plus my experience. That's why I don't feel like even looking into other countries or processes. This is fantastic. Why do I even go for a second choice when I have the first choice here? Super. But
Honestly, yeah, true. The work-life balance is really, really good here because what I believe is you work to earn money and you earn to enjoy your life. If
exactly.
work is life, then what's the point of earning the money?
No point.
So, yeah, even when there is a stressful week, even if I'm not feeling to work good, if I'm a bit sick, my CTO and my manager still just take a day off, relax a bit. Yeah, it's bit a stressful week, and if even with my colleagues after the work, we go for after works, have a drink or play a game of badminton or do some sports, which we never talk about the work. And also, it's prohibited here to talk work during the lunch break because work is work, life is life. Enjoy your life. That's it.
Any managers, I'm not blaming you guys. Please, let's have work life balance in India also.
Yeah,
Let people work happily, peacefully, and
true.
they will trust me. If this environment is created, performance will be minimum 2x. That I can assure.
Mhm. True.
Which
That's
Yash
true.
will also agree. And the way you expressed your job, I could see how much you love the company. You feel like, it's my company. I'm not working there. It's mine. They have trusted me, processed my work visa. They have given me everything. And, it's my responsibility to deliver more than what they expect and get a good name and keep moving ahead in life. This is what I feel when with the
Yeah.
way that you expressed actually. So for us to keep our mind fresh, you'll also be involved in some leisure activities like traveling, etc., etc. What do you do other than work, of course, to switch off and to refresh? Anything specific?
I go to gym, I exercise, I play some sports with my colleagues or friends. We go out, we have a drink, and there are good festivals. The
Super.
European is a cultural continent, and if you see
Yes.
France, it's rooted to culture. You have historic places, which is most of them are free of cost for students, and I go to visit some places, and again, it's a sanctioned area, so we can just travel to other countries, and I
Yes.
travel, and that's how. And sometimes I do a bit of learning as well because
Of course.
technology changes, you need to cope up with
Exactly.
that,
You need
and
to. You need to. You need
yeah,
to.
and just work on my well-being as well. because
Yes.
physical well-being, mental well-being, and yeah, that's all.
Super. And see, one thought process. Why don't I give it one more shot at education for my master's? Let's pack my bags because you felt the first job, you felt, of course, jobs was fine, everything was fine, with all the due respect to everybody who gave you the opportunity, but you still felt something is missing. What I'm expecting, I'm not getting here. Let's take one more shot at education. I guess that moment changed everything, right? To compare to what you are today.
Yeah, honestly, because as I told, what I was working was really good. My pay was good, and
Yes, yes,
everything
yes.
was good. But I felt there's something which I'm not feeling in. I was not able to enjoy my work. Every morning I used to wake up and I was like, again this COVID, again this work. I'm fed up. So I thought, what's missing something? Whether it's because of the COVID that I'm stuck at home, or it's about the work. So I took a step back. I took a week's vacation to think what's going wrong. Then I realized that my interest is in computer science, but at the same time, I'm very much interested about the data science, about the
Yes.
machine learning and data aspect. So I started doing a bit of learning on myself before jumping into conclusion. So that's where I realized, okay, I think this is what I want, and let's take another shot. There's nothing wrong in trying, irrespective of result. So I did not think of result, whether I'll fail or pass. What mattered most for me is, did I try or not? So I just wanted to try, and
Yes.
everything worked out very well.
Exactly. First of all, we should aspire, right? What we wanted
Yeah,
to become. Then only that will happen. When we
yeah,
ourselves don't aspire or even take any step towards it, lifelong we can only sit and complain. Oh, this thing happened, that thing. And also, Yash, you would have also seen some cases where they see some students, okay, they are successful, they get inspired. 10 people take up the same route. And they
yeah,
see some other students, who could not make it big. Looking at him, 1,000 students stop and they feel so safe. Oh, I would have also fallen like this. This is rubbish. His decision
yeah.
making process, his thought process is different from yours. So you cannot look at their end result and take decisions. that's
And they can
that's
only advise you, but you need to find your own path. I
exactly.
was lucky in that because I was the only one who did masters, who did computer science. I had no one to advise except Sujata ma'am. So I had only one trustful person, and everything
Thank you.
worked really
Thanks. Thanks for your compliment. But Yash, I would like to say, you can say now in a modest way that you were lucky, but you put all your heart, mind, and soul into this. And as a person who knows about EPITA a little bit, not to the level of it's not that cakewalk to
well.
finish a degree over there. I have heard plenty of things, meaning we have to put our heart, mind, and soul into it, not get
Yeah.
distracted with all these part times, blah, blah, blah. You finish your degree, then world in one way or the other will reciprocate your hard works. Yes.
Honestly, I don't advise anyone coming to France to do part time. It will save you the money, but at the end, it's you can earn that while doing the internship itself. And there are
Yes.
good government benefits where you get your money, some percentage of money back. So it's not that expensive as well.
Wonderful. Great. I would not even say advice. This is your experience. To take
Yeah,
it, not take it, you still want to work in a restaurant and compromise your quality study time. All the best to you. If it still works, good. But I am seeing this 17 years, it's not working. So that's why me and Yash, we are only requesting because in this era, nobody wants to even use the word advice. We just share our life experiences in this video. If at all it is benefiting for you guys, utilize certain points here and there.
yeah.
That is why we document this. That is why Yash is spending almost 1 hour of his weekend time with us, actually. Super.
Not
So
an
now,
issue.
now, last question. Like, how happy your parents are looking at all your progress, processes, and especially when they look at your face, the parents will clearly know that whether you're happy or stressed or sad. Obviously, they would have felt it. Okay, my son is happily doing something. So, what sort of mindset they are in right now?
It's complete black and white because before, when I was in India, they used to ask every day, like, how are you? How is it going? Are you really happy or not? Now they don't ask because they know I'm quite happy.
They know
They
it.
can see what I'm doing. So yeah, they're really, really happy that what I've achieved, and they are proud of me, and for what I've done. Because honestly, they tell that you're the first guy who went to do masters abroad, and making a difficult decision on your own, and being independent and what you're today, the way you are today, and I think they're proud of me now.
We are also very proud and to take the inputs that we gave seriously, and on top of it, to make it count,
Yeah.
and to reach here. I think it's really, amazing. And thank you so much, Yash. I had a lot of doubts, even though I had done some research and listened to other students. I have asked the same question to you because I want to have, as a data scientist, more the data, better the sampling size, better efficient results.
Mm.
So I would like to ask these questions again and again with young professionals, successful young professionals like you, working in data science domain, so that parents watching this, what we wanted to infer is there is a route to achieve, not that
Mm.
all routes will lead to the same destination. Each route has a destination. Thank you so
Mm.
much, Yash. Great talking to you. Any last point you want to tell to our audience before we wind up this beautiful interview?
And just one thing, try. Without trying, you don't know what's going to happen, whether it's fail or pass. Just try, because nothing can. Just think what will happen if it goes wrong. What wrong can it go? What's the worst thing can happen? I mean, nothing. Just because even I think the parents will be proud that you at least tried. What matters is the effort you put in, irrespective of the result. The life doesn't end here, so just try. And I'm available if you need any help or advices to settle down in France or anything. I'm always available. It's quite happy to help, because when I came, I had no one, because I had to find my own path and it was a bit of struggle. And when I can help someone others, I'm quite happy to do that. So yeah, you can reach out to me if you need any help, and
So
just
nice
try.
of you. So nice of you to say all these things, even though you are like fully occupied. You have to find time to talk to your parents, friends, and as you rightly said, you have to take care of your physical health, mental health, and of course, work. So still, you come out to tell this to our audience. Thank you so much, and I'm sure 1 hour, exactly 1 hour. So super productively spent. I learned a lot of things. Thank you so much. And few years down the line, don't worry, we will not disturb you for the next several years. Maybe 5, 6 years later, we will do a part 2 of this, because you would have traveled a lot of distance in this particular domain, and that will again contribute to the younger generation's decision making process. Thank you so much, Yash, and thanks for your time. Do stay in touch. Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you so much. Have a good
Thank you.
day.
You too. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.